Guys, welcome back to another episode of EdgeMasterGaming. Today we're going to be doing a deeper dive on all of the objectives and those who remain. My goal here is to help you not only understand each objective in its entirety, but also help you to be successful reaping all the rewards as quickly as possible. Also, if you're a beginner and know others that are looking to get into this game, please check out my complete beginner's guide, which will be in the description box along with some awesome links like my Discord and Roblox group. Lastly, if you find anything in this video that helps you, please hit the like and subscribe buttons below. Alright guys, let's get started. As covered in my complete beginner's guide, there are currently 6 objectives that may come up per wave. They are the escort, repair, packing, unpacking, radio, and fire objective. Completing each one will help you gain both money and experience. All of these objectives are optional. So the first one that we're going to cover is the escort objective. Noted here with a symbol of someone walking. In the objective, you are to locate an individual who needs to be escorted to certain places on the map safely. The critical things to note about this objective are the following. Number 1. Escort health impacts the objective. So what does this mean exactly? It means that each escort will be someone who is injured or uninjured. And this is important because whatever their condition is, it will dictate how fast they move when being escorted as seen here. Number 2. The escort will not move without anyone from the team around them. So if at any time you have to abandon the escort for any reason, whether it's to get items or simply run to survive, they will stop dead in their tracks until someone returns, just like you see here. And number 3, the escort cannot die. As vulnerable as this person may seem to be, they cannot be harmed in any way, shape, or form. It's interesting though, some of them even have superpowers. Just look at this guy as he phases through this wall. I mean, if he can do all that, what does he need me for? Either way, once you successfully complete this objective, you will earn $3,000 along with $1,500 in experience. Definitely not bad for putting your life in jeopardy for someone who has powers, right? While the escort objective requires your team to successfully help someone get to safety, you don't need to escort them the entire way to receive credit. So, if you start out escorting and about a quarter of the way decide that you can't continue and do not return, you will get credit as long as someone else completes the objective. Just watch. When I tested this, it seems that this works with the beginning part of the escort's journey in the middle, but not really the end. This is because it's really hard to gauge when the end of the journey is near. So I try to escort from the beginning up to the first major stop as you saw in this example. Usually this involves a room or a building. Either way, once they turn, I usually leave to grab material for the next wave or whatever, and this has always worked for me. Next we have the repair objective, which has the symbol of a wrench. This is the objective where you and your team need to find parts allocated somewhere across the map to repair a vehicle. The vehicle being repaired is always a pickup truck. Here are a few things to note about this objective. Number 1, the same items are always needed for the repairs. 4 spark plugs, 2 wheels, and about 4 to 6 cans of gas. I say 4 to 6 cans because there are 2 types of pickups that you may come across. There is this smaller vehicle here which requires less fuel, or you may get this larger one here. Number 2, part locations can vary. I usually check all nearby buildings, especially gas stations or a garage, depending on map location of course. And number 3, you don't need to be facing the truck when you repair any of the parts. You can face it, go up to it sideways, even walk backwards to it and still get the item repaired. And yes, I have tested this. The point is that this helps when you're running from the horde because you definitely don't want to stop moving. Once repaired, the truck gets started and you'll receive $3,000 and $1,500 in experience. Third on the list, we have the packing objective, as you can see here with an arrow pointing down into a box. Here, you and the team must pack supplies on a bus in order for it to be fully prepared for transport. Here's some important information about this objective. Number 1. The same supplies are always needed to pack the bus. 1 generator, 3 water jugs, 3 canned packages, and 2 propane tanks. Number 2. Like the repair objective, supply locations can also vary. I'll typically search nearby buildings, a convenience store, or house. Again, this is determined by map location, of course. When the objective has been completed, the door will close to the bus and you'll receive $3,000 along with $1,500 in experience. In order to receive credit for both the repair and packing objectives, you only need to add just 1 item. Whether it's the first or the last item, it doesn't matter. You will get full credit for contributing as long as someone else completes the objective. Just watch. Moving on, we have the unpacking objective, which carries the symbol of 3 boxes together. For this objective, you have boxes that are located on the map, and your team must stand in a circle to get the boxes open to get the supplies inside. Here is some information to note about this objective. Number 1. Teamwork makes the dream work. I mean, this goes without saying. The more people that stand in the circle, the faster the objective gets completed. And number 2. Box types show where you're opening. When you find the supply boxes, you can see what type of supplies you're opening beforehand. Like here, you can see there's ammunition on top. Or, you'll see boxes like these which provide bandages and first aid kits. When this objective is completed, the supplies will be revealed on top and you'll receive $2,000 and 1,000 points in experience. Fifth on the list is the radio objective, which is denoted by what looks like the Spotify symbol. You and your team are required to stand in the circle to make a call out on the radio for help to get supplies. There's really not much to note here, but like the unpacking objective, if you have teamwork, then it will make the objective go quickly. Once the objective is done, you will receive $1,500 and 750 experience points for your trouble. Sometime afterwards, you'll hear the helicopter making its way somewhere to drop off supplies. You'll need to make your way over to the drop-off location as quick as possible. The reason is because your teammates may take all the supplies, leaving you with nothing. Both the unpacking and radio objectives only require you to be in the circle for about 30 to 35% of the time for you to receive full credit. Just take a look here. Our last and final objective is one of my favorites. It's the fire objective, which has a symbol of an explosion. In this objective, you and your team are required to blow up this tanker. Now here's some key information that you should know. Number 1. While you can use your guns to blow up this tanker like you see here, you don't have to. Items that also can be used are the grenades, jack, and although I haven't tried it, I'm pretty sure that you can use the clap bomb as well. It would just be a bit much to have a zombie chase you to set off the IED under an oil tanker. But that's just me. And once the tanker explodes, you'll receive $5,000 and receive 2,000 points in experience, which brings me to number 2. The fire kills zombies in the aftermath. You can actually run around the tanker and use that to kill the zombies if you're being overrun. The only issue is, because this is an objective, you don't get any credit for killing zombies this way like you do with the Molotov. You only need to inflict around 20% of damage on the tanker to get credit. This has worked for me consistently if I inflict damage in the beginning and the middle. but the end has always been a bit spotty. Just watch. So guys, I hope the information that you now possess hopefully has helped you to better understand these objectives. Now with that being said, I want to go over one more thing that you may encounter when playing Those Who Remain. Sometimes you'll enter a wave like this that has not one but two objectives to choose from. If done correctly, using the bonus information that I've given you, it is possible to get credit for both like you see here. Now there's one last thing that I want to say that's really important. If you're a novice or even an intermediate player at the game, I would highly suggest not attempting any of these objectives alone starting at wave 10 because you may get quickly overrun. The only one that may be considered is the fire objective, and the reason is because you're able to use other items to help you complete the objective quickly. Guys, thanks again for taking the time out of your schedule to view this video. And if you haven't noticed, a little over a week ago, we hit 1,000 subscribers, which was so awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Also, if you didn't get a chance to check out my first ever Twitch stream, it's okay. We held our first subscribers run of the year on January 2nd, and we had a blast. When you get a chance, follow me on Twitch at the link in the description box below. Lastly, please take the time to drop a comment and let me know if this video helped you at all. As always, guys, remember to have fun, take care, and God bless. Why does this guy look like he was in the bathroom shaving right when the zombie apocalypse hit and was like, "No, you're not gonna get me!" And he takes off in his pickup truck, drawers and all. Well, one thing's for sure, you definitely don't see this every day.